Over the past 3 years, the Global Alliance Africa's PBI program has been working in trying to leverage innovation and support to enable change and transformation within our townships.
What makes South Africa beautiful is its diversity, right? But it's also one of its biggest challenges, because that diversity is not just beautiful, different ways of thinking, it's also poverty versus those who have a lot. That's what makes place-based innovation, co-creation so powerful.
You can imagine how every entrepreneur you meet probably will tell you, I need access to funding. That's everybody's problem. But similarly, you meet the investors to say, we're looking for pipeline. Where are these businesses?
So you have to understand that with how the township was set out, there was always that kind of mentality that the names, just example, entrepreneur, is something that does not exist in the township.
The need is dire in all of these communities that we spoke of. We need people that can actually catalyze the environment and make sure that all of these solutions are brought into the people that can drive it, whether it's the money, whether it's the expertise in driving, the policy making, that we are able to all come together and see how we drive this forward.
You don't realize how siloed you are until you're actually part of a group like this, and you're like, actually, I'm beginning to understand what I didn't know before. But if you don't know, you don't know.
I think we work in silos because you're not challenged, you know the people you're engaging with. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's where the awesome stuff happens, right? So if you immerse yourself in the context, you then get comfortable with being uncomfortable, acknowledging you don't know how this outcome might impact here because it's so far out of your reference framework.
It's really around a collaborative model when you're bringing a whole lot of, different people together to support one objective or something like that. So for me, that was positive. We put names to things. I think in the learning going forward, if people can sort of say, okay, well, something is called a collaborative model. What does it look like?
I think the PBI program really gave us an opportunity to tackle challenges almost from a community perspective and looking at a whole value chain and whole systemic way of addressing a challenge.
I've realized how what I'm busy with as an entrepreneur is now fits into the bigger picture. Whereas before I was just focusing on what we built and what it produced, whereas now I have a fuller understanding of how it fits into an ecosystem and how all those role players are involved in that ecosystem.
So I'm hopeful that out of that, there will be a bigger impact even beyond this project. But I think, that piece of research is something that will live on, and I hope that it takes on a life of its own even after this.
More than any other thing, there is brilliant work being done. People are committed, people are dedicated, they are doing exceptional work. But more than anything, again, we are fragmented. I am calling out to everyone to make sure that they rise up, they make their work known, make themselves available, and see what it is that we can do together. I believe that we would be able to make a dent in the problems that we are experiencing.